Hello to my fellow history lovers and people with curious minds that just like to learn. We are on question number 2 of the Professor Noggin series, Siege of Yorktown. And the question today is, the Siege of Yorktown was the last major battle of the American Revolution? And the answer is pretty much yes, last major battle. However, this is 1781, and the war won't be over till 1783, so 2 full years. And there are smaller skirmishes that will occur during that time. And you might say, well, why did that happen? And the answer is the American colonists pretty much think once Cornwallis has lost, that the war is over. However, King George III is not so sure, and the British Parliament is really split. Half of them say we keep fighting, half of them say we get out of this. So this goes on until technically the Treaty of Paris is signed in September of 1783. However, one thing that I found that was really interesting is that many historians argue the last shots of the American Revolution were fired not in the United States, but cannonballs were flying in India. So remember that this is a global conflict, and there's a lot of different alliances going on. In fact, that's one of the reasons it takes such a long time to sort of get to peace, even after the Battle of Yorktown. So we've got to sort of undo alliances. Hello, France, Spain, and the Dutch are involved in all of this, and then also exchange of prisoners. What will be the new borders? But what's sad is there's a battle called the Battle of Cuddalore, and this is going to happen off the coast of India between the British and the French fleets. And the reason it happens is though technically sort of peace has been agreed to, that information doesn't get to them in time. So it really is a tragedy in the sense that life is lost when technically the war is over, but that inability of communications to get there quickly was a problem throughout the war. So anyway, that was question number 2, and I thank you for sharing your time with me, and I'll see you again tomorrow.